In the vibrant mosaic of Brazil, the LGBTQ+ community experiences a paradoxical reality. It's a land where the embrace of diversity can waver between warm acceptance and chilling rejection. In a world rife with apprehension toward those diverging from the norm, navigating life as an LGBT+ individual is an arduous journey from the very outset. There exists a cohort of individuals who vehemently oppose your very existence, purely due to your placement somewhere along the rainbow spectrum. While many of these adversaries display mere discourtesy, others are driven by an abhorrent hatred, leading them to perpetrate appalling hate crimes or advocate for legislation that would ruthlessly strip basic human rights from the community. However, within this spectrum of hostility, there exists a far more sinister realm, the domain where the enigmatic figure known as the Rainbow Maniac purportedly resides. Years ago, Brazil was plagued by a series of heinous crimes, a string of killings targeting gay men that sent shockwaves through the country. Despite an arrest and trial, the perpetrator remains at large, a chilling testament to the flaws in justice. These atrocious acts transpired over a little more than a year, spanning from July 2007 to August 2008. Law enforcement deems these killings as hate crimes, and delving into the details is undoubtedly a harrowing experience. The media draped the perpetrator in various aliases, from the Rainbow Killer to the Rainbow Maniac, or the Paturis Park murderer. Paturis Park, where 13 tragic killings occurred, was a well-known meeting ground for gay men. Situated close to São Paulo, Brazil, Paturis Park was a backdrop for these unsettling events. São Paulo is renowned for hosting one of the largest gay pride celebrations globally, even back in 2007, drawing over 3.5 million people to partake in the festivities. The tapestry of Brazil's LGBTQ+ landscape is a mosaic of contradiction between celebration and persecution, acceptance and violence. The story of the Rainbow Maniac casts a shadow, a reminder of the disturbing realities faced by those within the LGBTQ+ community in this complex and multifaceted society. The Rainbow Maniac, cunning in his selection of hunting grounds, sought out a locale tailored for his despicable acts. His sinister spree began on July 4, 2007, a mere breath after the conclusion of LGBT+ Pride Month, when the community savored the remnants of a 30-day jubilation. As fireworks illuminated the skies across the United States in celebration of Independence Day, 32-year-old Jose Henrique ventured into Paturis Park, eager to meet a man with whom he had engaged in a fleeting conversation on a gay dating app. What transpired for unfortunate Jose was a macabre twist of fate, a grim tableau of half-naked horror, his existence snuffed out by a .38 caliber bullet seared into the back of his head. While Jose's name echoed through media reports, the other victims of the Rainbow Maniac remained nameless, their identities buried within the abyss of silence. Among them were male sex workers and men ensnared through dating apps, seemingly the prime targets of the perpetrator's gruesome agenda. Despite the atrocities, their names were conspicuously absent, a haunting symbol of their perceived insignificance. The unfolding tragedy, etched in the blood-stained narrative, unfurled with distressing regularity. From July 2007 to August 2008, a dozen more gay men fell victim to this malevolent force in the same vicinity. 11 met the same harrowing fate, shot in the back of the head, while the final victim faced an even more brutal end, enduring 12 bullet wounds. An additional victim suffered a fatal beating. 3 more potential victims were tentatively linked to the Rainbow Maniac, potentially swelling the tally to a staggering 16 lives. These individuals, aged between 20 and 40, met their demise in a horrifyingly consistent manner, reminiscent of Jose's tragic end. The authorities uncovered a twisted signature in the modus operandi, suggesting a grotesque pattern, a horrifying replication of violence. In the aftermath of these atrocities, the local chief of police painted a chilling portrait of the killer's mindset, declaring to the press, "In his head, he thinks he is doing a cleanup job." The Rainbow Maniac, driven by a venomous loathing for the LGBT+ community, deludedly fancied himself a savior on a mission to eradicate a people he deemed unworthy of existence. His vicious acts cast a pall over the previous month's joy, transforming it into a pervasive wave of fear. A glimmer of hope emerged through a credible witness who came forth, citing a retired state police sergeant turned grocery store security guard, 46-year-old Jairo Franco, as the potential perpetrator. He frequented Paturis Park, raising suspicions due to his recurrent presence and purported predatory pursuits. Law enforcement, convinced they had apprehended the Rainbow Maniac, attributed the crimes to a deeply entrenched homophobia, branding the suspect as a fervent hater of gays. But wouldn't it be more realistic to think that the man responsible hated himself for being attracted to men? Especially since the victims had their pants wrapped around their knees and ankles. Obviously, some type of sexual experience was happening before the gay man was killed. Despite vehemently asserting his innocence, Franco found himself ensnared in the coils of arrest and subsequent trial. The weight of evidence seemed to tilt against him, with 2 witnesses fingering him as a frequent visitor to Paturis Park. One eyewitness even claimed to have seen Franco unleash a barrage of 12 fatal shots upon the last victim. Yet, in a stunning turn, the jury, comprising 7 individuals, deliberated, casting a perplexing split vote of 4-2, leaving 1 juror undecided. This verdict deemed Franco innocent, leading to his release in August 2011. Strangely, the arrest of Franco seemingly coincided with the cessation of murders in Paturis Park, an enigmatic correlation that adds a layer of intrigue to the already confounding case. With no further arrests made, and no closure in the quest for justice for the 13 slain gay men, conjectures abound, drawing eerie parallels to other instances where law enforcement individuals have evaded legal consequences for heinous crimes. The haunting question lingers: was Franco's exoneration a result of protective alliances within the force or governmental shielding? Or was it a cautious legal gambit? The perplexing absence of a convicted killer in the Rainbow Maniac case leaves a gaping void, fostering a divisive miasma of opinion. Some applaud the judicial system's course of action, deeming it just, while others speculate on leniency extended due to Franco's former police standing or as a product of sympathy toward homophobic hate. The cloud of uncertainty thickens, shrouding the truth in a fog of doubt. As the case remains in limbo, the wheels of speculation and justice continue to turn. If Franco is indeed the elusive Rainbow Maniac, the wait for fresh evidence persists, dangling hope for closure in this chilling chapter. Conversely, if Franco is innocent, the glimmer of hope to incarcerate the true culprit flickers on the horizon, likely requiring the collective push of media and societal pressure to compel authorities to act. In this unresolved narrative, the enigma of the Rainbow Maniac persists, evoking a haunting realization that another potential serial killer roams free, while the poignant reminder echoes, "It's not a crime to be gay, except when one perpetrates the heinous act of murder." The looming question remains, an enigma in the tapestry of unresolved mysteries, waiting for the revelation that may one day untangle the intricate web of the Rainbow Maniac's identity.